Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to The Buzz with KDB. Today, Kyler and I are joined by the one and only Heath Owens. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Chilling in Texas.
Yeah.
Would probably rather your weather this time of year.
Yeah.
But it's probably pretty nice up there at this time.
Yeah.
But
Right. It's cloudy today. It's rainy, but
oh, maybe
Oh.
still
not.
it's still nice though. It's not too
Yeah, yeah,
bad.
yeah. So just give a little bit of introduction of where you are, who you are, um, and everything like that.
Yeah. I'm Heath Owens. I come from a small town called Kimberly, Idaho. So we're way far away from you guys, but still a cool place. I play music, country rock music mostly. Um and yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Yeah, of course. So growing up in Idaho, there's not a big music scene for I mean there is music scene up there, but in your genre specifically, there's not much of the I would say you're more of a Texas sound, right?
Right.
And how hard is that for you to establish that type of sound up there with people coming to shows?
Really, I think we're in a pretty good spot with our what style of music we play because there's not a ton of people that
Yeah.
play that style of music. So, it's cool. You don't have to wait for somebody from Texas or from your area to come out here to hear it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like Americana music out here, and it's amazing. Like it's really great music. Like Reckless Kelly and Mickey and the Motor Cars. They come from like Chalice, Idaho, and stuff like that. So, pretty. Colby Acuff too
Yeah.
from Northern Idaho. Yeah,
Gabriella Rose just came from
yeah,
Idaho as well, and
yeah.
she's been killing. We went and saw her earlier this year. It was like crazy to see because there's so many people coming out of Idaho now, and it was never really a blip, you would say. Maybe 20 years ago when Reckless was kicking off and everything,
Mm-hmm.
they really
Right.
had a staple for Idaho. But yeah, it's really good to see new
For
musicians
sure.
coming out of there.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I mean, I'd say like it's tough because you wouldn't expect some great artists to come out of Idaho, really. But
Yeah,
if you come
Mm-hmm.
out here, you see like a lot of these local people, and they're great. Like they're amazing, and it's pretty cool to see. Some people start to get the recognition that they deserve. Because they've been
yeah,
working
Mm-hmm.
for a while. But it's just tough because we don't have a whole lot of big venues here. There's not a lot of I mean, there's quite a few touring artists that come out here and play shows, but it's hard to get these guys on opening spots out here and stuff like that. So, but it's great. Like there's a lot of great music in Idaho for sure, and
yeah,
I'm glad to be here. Yeah.
yeah. If that was, would that be your top place to be?
Um, I think starting off, yeah, just because it's not so saturated with
Yeah,
musicians, so
Yeah.
it's easy. I guess it's easier to
get
I
a
guess
look.
stand out in a way. I don't want to like toot my own horn, but like it's easier for somebody to stand out in a place that's not so saturated. So I think it's a great starting point for sure. And then hopefully, maybe I'll move somewhere else, and we'll see where it goes. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're still
It,
young. And for
yeah.
people that don't know, Heath, how old are you? And how long have you been doing this?
I'm 21, and I've been doing this for about 2 years now. So
So definitely very young. He's got a lot ahead of him.
for
Uh,
sure.
so he's got a lot of time to think on that. And you're still,
Yeah.
I assume, are you still living at home?
Yep. Yep. I
Yep.
still live
Yeah.
with my family and
Enjoy it as
everything.
long as you can, man. So you'll be
Exactly.
getting there. So,
Yep.
yeah. Do you tour outside of Idaho, or do you strictly just play in
Yeah.
Idaho?
Yeah, so we went to California, played in Bakersfield. My great grandpa, his name's Buck Owens. Actually, if you guys never heard of him, go look him up. He's had like 21 number one hits. But we went and played the Crystal Palace, the Buck Owens Crystal Palace, and that was a really cool experience. So we played in California a little bit. We came over to Oklahoma last year. We didn't really have a spot, but we came out there anyway and got to
Yeah.
hang with people, and ended up getting a little 15-minute slide over there in Copan. But yeah, so this year this will be our first year like kind of actually nationally touring a little bit.
Cool.
So we'll be back in Oklahoma in October, and in July we'll be over Kansas City area. I think we'll play a little bit in Tennessee too. So yeah.
Cool. Do you have any favorite venues that you've played so far? I know you
Uh,
said it was your great grandpa's place in California, but is there anything you think is going to ever top that? Like that's such a tie to you
Yeah,
and what
yeah,
you've done
for sure.
in your
yeah,
past. I
yeah,
feel like there's nothing that could top that for you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That'll be a tough one to top for sure. It's not like a huge venue, but it's just all the history in that place is wild. Just being able to stand on that stage is pretty crazy to me. So yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Any places that you want to play when you are touring across America? Like, would you want to play like some cool historic small rooms?
yeah,
Like the Mercury Lounge, I think would be really cool to see.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like, I think you could rock that out in
yeah,
Oklahoma. But there's some cool places I think you could get into and definitely pull a crowd at. I mean,
for
even
sure.
the Oklahoma, like you were saying, is saturation. Oklahoma's pretty saturated at
Yeah,
that sound, but it's always good to see somebody that's not from Oklahoma playing
for sure.
music that belongs in Oklahoma, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Katie sent me some videos of you playing in Copan because I was not there in attendance, but it was really killer to see. And so then
Thank you,
we went and listened and great stuff. So
thank you.
it was really cool to see that somebody that has appreciation for this niche music that's not in the niche
Yeah.
area.
Right, right, right. Exactly. Yeah,
I think a
and
lot of people even are kind of like that. Like it's harder. Like we know people from like even like the East Coast who are just like have this sound that belongs in a different state. And it's
yeah,
like so hard for them to kind of adjust up there. But honestly, like I know some people from, well, I'm from North Dakota, so I know people from there who like started out there. And if you get the support of like your hometown, your home state,
yep,
getting going to like a different area, you still have that support back home. So you're like, well, if I ever flop here, I can go back home and I have the
exactly.
support there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You also play with your brother. Am I wrong on that, or am I right on
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I do. Yeah, he plays yeah, he came out to Copan last year with me and he plays like acoustic guitar, he plays a little bit of electric guitar, he plays like rhythm guitar in general and he sings backup vocals as well. But he also has like a really cool deep voice and he can sing like some Coulter Wall songs that are I mean, you wouldn't expect it out of a
Yeah.
guy that looks like him, but
Is he younger
um
than you?
yeah, he's
Yeah, really.
19. Yeah.
Really? That's crazy. And then does he write as well, or do you write mostly for your music?
I write mostly for my music, but he co-wrote the song that we put out called "You Should Have Been There." He
Yeah.
co-wrote that song with me, and yeah,
That was that I remember listening to that song specifically, and I was just like, this one's like one of those ones where I know it's exactly what you're meaning to put out in this song, but it's just like it's something you can look back and play a video with of old pictures and like
exactly,
with your
yeah,
family and stuff. It
Yes.
just felt that vibe, and it was very like, you know what, I'm fucking with this. It was really good to see. And this that was after you played in Oklahoma. I'd listened to it for the first time, and so it was
yeah.
really cool to do that.
That was kind of the goal with that one, because I mean, it's kind of just a story about in high school when we used to hang out at that place called Murtaugh Lake where we live, and I mean, I feel like everybody has that place, where they went out there, hung out with their friends and stuff like that. So we kind of just tried to portray that through that song, and hope we
Yeah.
did a somewhat good job at that.
Yeah, you did really well. So you released 4 songs last year, released one this year.
Yeah,
Are you planning on releasing a couple more singles before a big project, or are you just wanting to
yeah,
get out there? How you want to do that?
yeah. I'm not completely sure yet.
Yeah,
So right now, me and my manager have been working on trying to find producers and stuff like that to produce our next stuff, and it's pretty spendy. It's a lot of money to do that.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Um, yeah, so just trying to figure out. I think we'll most likely do a few more singles first, and then see what happens with that, or maybe even put out like an EP or something. Um, but I don't even know what our budget really is yet. So could be an album, could be singles. We don't really know yet. So we'll
yeah,
see what happens. Yeah,
awesome. Do you have a lot of music you're sitting on as well?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's a lot of music. Yep.
So
So
are
it's
you?
been kind of just a waiting game right now. Sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
You're in limbo. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
waiting for yeah. So do you have what was I gonna say? Do you have like a certain amount of time that you allot to writing in the week, or like do you do just music full time that you're writing every day, or coming up with new
Um, It
progressions?
kind of comes in like spurts. So there'll be a week where I'm like writing every day for like 3 hours or more, and then there's some days where I'll like sit down and I'll write for like 5 minutes, and then my brain just doesn't work. So it really just depends on how I'm feeling and like what honestly like what I did that day. So like if I experience something and a song idea popped in my head, I'll try and write some stuff down, or if I get a cool chord progression, I'll try and write some stuff down. But it's more of like over a certain amount of time. It's not
Yeah,
for me. It's not like a sit down finish the song in one day. Just because I want it to be um I don't know.
Just
I just
force.
want it to be real. Yeah,
Just
exactly. I
force,
don't want
yeah.
to force it.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one thing that's hard for people is when they'll get something that they like and they'll just push it too far and
Yeah.
it's blurring the line, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And
And
then, I mean, the more you force it, the more cliche it gets, and
For sure.
and I mean, you gotta have cliche songs too. That's that's just something that happens. But
yeah,
I think I try to not be cliche as much as I can. So,
yeah. It's a hard thing to do because like you were saying, this is such a surging sound right now. And
yeah,
like, some of your biggest inspirations, you can go ahead and agree or disagree with some of these I would name out, like
uh,
Treaty, all your Muscadine, all those guys. It's such a saturated field, but there's niches inside of that broader
right,
space, and
Yeah.
where you can find cliche, but you also can find uniqueness. And I think you've
right.
captured on some great uniqueness so far.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
Anybody that you'd want to tour with, open up for, have on the road for a couple shows? Who would you want to be like your guy that you would want to go open up for? Be pumped about.
Man, so recently I've been really digging like Colby Cooper's sound.
Okay.
I'd love to go play some shows with him, and also like Gannon Freeman. Like
Yeah.
his shit
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
crazy. It's so good, and I feel like our shows would be pretty good together, just energy wise and stuff like that. Part of our show is like, um, you can. I feel like you only get so good at music, and your voice only gets so good, but the experience is a different part where you're just having the time of your life on the stage, and really we're there to bring people joy and to help them,
For
just come
sure.
together and have a good time and get away from their jobs and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's part of the experience that we try to bring for every show for sure.
So speaking of Gannon, have you done the deep dive on Gannon?
Kind of. I mean, think I've heard about every song he's had, but I
Have
don't
you
know
heard the
about.
cross country revenue stuff that he put out?
I don't think so.
So CC Rev stands for
Uh-huh.
cross country revenue. And
Yeah.
that was Gannon's band before it became
Oh, okay.
Gannon CC Rev. So you
Okay,
can
I
go
got
look
you.
up cross country revenue, and that's Gannon.
Okay.
This project was 2021. He only has a single EP out,
Yeah.
but it's got 6 songs on there that probably would be newer to you.
Yeah.
And I would definitely encourage you to check those out. They're really cool too. So
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I dig their sound. I love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're great people out of Oklahoma, and ones that have really taken off in the last year or so.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's been
for
fun to
sure.
watch them. My buddy was taking pictures for them in a while, and he's like, "Hey, these guys are small. Check them out." And it's been cool to see them. Hey,
Oh
we're
no.
opening for these guys now, and it's like, good to see the good guys winning. So it's
Right.
really cool. So,
Exactly.
playing in Idaho, what type of shows are y'all playing out there? Y'all playing dive bars? What type of bars y'all playing at? What's up?
Yeah, it's a lot of bars. We play a lot of there's a lot of steakhouses out here, so it's like steakhouse slash bars. We like to play those quite a bit. But then we just started getting into some bigger venues too. So, in Boise area, that's the capital of Idaho. They have some pretty cool venues there. There's a place called Heritage Social Club that we love playing. That's like one of my favorite spots. We're headlining there, on May 23rd, so I'm excited about that. And then yeah, so we're kind of just gradually getting up into those bigger venues and starting to sell, actual tickets instead of
Yeah,
just free
Yeah.
shows at the time, and playing for like an hour. So that's kind of nice.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
You
but
said,
yes,
go
there's
ahead.
only no, sorry, there's only like a certain amount of venues like that here. So we'll have to start branching out a little bit to get to more of those. But yeah,
Yeah. So the city you're born and raised in, small town, right?
yep, Kimberly,
So,
yep,
so are you a pretty well known name around town and people knowing who you are, playing music and everything like that?
for sure, yeah.
Nobody else really does that in the town, huh?
No, not in Kimberly, really.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
probably a good feeling to where you know you can capitalize on the market and people know
for sure.
you and
Yeah,
always looking out for you as well. So
for sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like every once in a while, I'll be walking around, town and see somebody wearing some of our merch, and I'm like, I don't know you, but that's a cool shirt. And like, it's just weird for me because like small town, it's like uh, I don't know, you just don't really think of yourself as like a big deal, but it's cool to see people supporting you in your community like that for
yeah.
sure.
For sure.
And there's the ones that were there first for you and that somebody you can always fall back
Yes,
on for support. And those guys are, yeah, small town people are the best people in my opinion.
exactly. Yep, 100%.
Let's talk about a little bit more about how as you were saying talking about your grandpa earlier.
Yeah.
How much does that name like giving you motivation to make music? I know
Yeah.
was he around at all when you were born? He,
Yeah, I met him like one time. I think he died in '05 or '06. So I was born in Bakersfield, California, where he's from. Then we moved here when I was really young. But I met him one time. Don't remember it. I was really
yeah,
young. But yeah, so he was around a little bit. But for the music stuff, like, so I was really big into football. I was a football player through and through, all the way through high school, middle school, all that stuff. I played college football a little bit at Idaho State. Didn't play like any games or anything, but I was
yeah,
like kind of practice squad. Um, but that was a cool experience. I studied music at Idaho State, and that's when I started getting into music. Started playing guitar. And yeah, so that's kind of where my music kind of kicked off. Um, Having that name behind, in our family is pretty cool, but I can't really say that it pushed me to do music.
Hmm.
I think my family's always loved music, but I think we're more of like a sports kind of oriented family.
Hmm.
yeah.
But it's been a cool shift and kind of learning about the history of my family and the Bakersfield sound and like Merle Haggard and Dwight Yoakam and Buck and all those guys. Like that sound is so legendary. Like,
Yeah.
so it's hard to, like, you can't um just forget about that. So
Yeah.
my music doesn't really sound like him,
Yeah.
but I love covering his songs, and I always try to cover like one song per set so that to keep his legacy alive, because a lot
Yeah.
of
For
people
sure.
our age don't really know who he is. So
I remember Katie had just gotten back from Copan
mhm.
October, and I was it before or after we assigned here? It was before, and then you went there after. When she had moved down officially, we went to a record
Yeah.
store, and I flipped through maybe 500 7-inch vinyls, and I was
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna go pick up all the Buck Owens I can, and I'll show you this is what I got. This is one of them.
Yeah, it's literally sits on our whole vinyl collection.
dude, that's awesome.
So
Here.
typically 7-inch vinyls just get trashed,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you can buy them in a sleeve, but it's just a generic white sleeve. And this was
yeah,
the only Buck Owens one I had that actually had the original sleeve.
yeah.
And I thought it was really cool that like it survived all these. I don't even know what year this was. Could probably say on it, but it is in pristine condition, bro. It's pretty
That's
crazy.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it looks like it's never been played.
Yeah.
It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
This was just sitting there, and it was like, oh, that's a grail. So
Yeah,
it was
Yeah,
for
really cool to
sure.
see.
yeah. I went to Nashville recently, and my grandpa lives over there. My dad's dad, and he had these lyrics from a hotel in, I think it was in Nashville, and it was actually some of the original lyrics that he was writing down for his song "Tender Loving Care." And yeah, so I have like this just sheet from a hotel with the original lyrics on it. It's pretty
It's
sweet.
crazy.
That's
Do you
cool.
Yeah.
enjoy do you enjoy Nashville? Like, would you ever see yourself there?
I don't know about on Broadway, but I feel like
Yeah.
there's a few venues there that I'd love to play. Like there's this small venue called the Basement,
Yeah,
and dude, that's such a cool venue. It's probably like, I don't know, 100 cap room. It's
yeah.
tiny, but it's so cool. It's super cool and intimate. Gotta go check out a show there with this band called the Comancheros. If you haven't heard of them, they're like a little southern rock band. They're pretty sweet. But yeah, I'd love to go play there, and like there's a few other places there that I'd like to play, but I don't think. We'll see. I don't dislike the idea of playing on Broadway, but I feel like it's
There's
tough
just
because
so many people playing
yeah,
on Broadway.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
like when we go to Dallas, we go to Fort Worth, and they have their Broadway type thing, and it
Yeah.
maybe 6 to 8 bars at tops that are having live music at the same time, which is
Yep.
perfect. I can go here, listen to this one dude, go to the next. But
Hmm.
Broadway's hundreds, man. There's just so much
Yeah.
commotion. I've never been. I don't think I would ever go.
It's
It's
a
also
it
expensive.
It's
it
expensive.
is expensive. It's stupid expensive,
Yeah.
but it's a cool experience. I recommend going for sure just to see like all the talent out there is pretty cool. And then
Yeah,
even the bars too. Like there's like 3 or 4 story bars, and they have music on every floor.
it's
It's
crazy.
That's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah,
And they always
it's
say
wild.
that Nashville's that city that if you have any talent in the music industry, stay around long enough and they'll find you something to do.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
Definitely can see that in Nashville for people that just come and flock there and
Yeah,
get
yeah,
something for sure.
for sure.
Yeah, my aunt just texted me how she's going there this month, and how when she's there, Wyatt Flores will be playing the Opry. So she's
Yeah.
like, "We're going to that," and she got tickets to see a show at Bluebird, and so she's very excited for that because that's
Yeah.
an iconic place too.
Yeah. And like, it's not a surprise if you see like Vince Gill show up at the Bluebird
Oh
or
no,
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
and that's what's crazy. There's like Parker went to the back to the Tap last night, and Caitlin Butts was playing at the Tap. And I
Uh-huh.
don't know if you know who Angel White is. Do you know who that is?
I've heard of, I think I've heard of that name, but I'm not sure if I've
He
ever.
was there too, and I was like, that's a lot of talent in a small packed room. And it
yeah.
was crazy to see like when musicians don't have gigs where they
Mm.
go because they know
Yeah.
where the good people are.
They're
Right.
usually at a show.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
pretty crazy to see when people that you don't think click up, and it's really cool.
Right.
And I think
Yeah.
in those big cities, college towns, that happens a lot. It's fun to see, at least for
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
Yeah. That's pretty cool for sure.
So is it just you? You have a full band?
Yep. We're a
So
four-piece
you,
band.
your brother, and who else?
Me and my brother, and then two high school kids from Kimberly High School. My drummer, he's 18. They're both about to graduate. I think it's
Oh
like
wow.
May 20th or something, May 21st,
So
Crazy.
you'll have
maybe.
a lot more freed up after that as well.
Yeah.
There's not tied to school or anything like that. That's a blessing.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
So,
they're amazing. Like they're some of the best uh, drummer and bass player I've seen,
yeah.
even
Yeah.
like with a lot of guys. So I was pretty blessed and lucky to be able to meet them through my high school. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And some of those great bands, it's been the same since the start, and
Yeah.
they were childhood friends, and they've grown up to be absolute killers on stage. And I really encourage y'all to. I mean, there's probably no Rife now, but
Yeah.
y'all have such chemistry at a young age. Capture it and run with it. So
For sure.
don't spoil something that could be. Oh, Duncan makes him. He's coming to say hi. But no, yeah, keep it up. We really enjoy the music that you put out with the band. And are you wanting to release any acoustic stuff? Would you ever do any of that?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're gonna. Well, I have a couple songs that I don't really hear a band with anyways. So I think there's gonna be a couple songs that will have kind of acoustic, and um, I always like the idea of doing like acoustic covers of your songs that you put out full band.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So um,
Like a
we'll
stripped
probably end
down
up doing
version.
that. Yeah, exactly. We'll probably end up doing that a little bit as well. But I think right now we'll try to get out. Um, just a lot of full band stuff, and hopefully, get that taken off a little bit, and then, um, I think once you start getting a little bit bigger, I think people start asking for like, hey, we want this like acoustic or something, and
Hmm.
we'll be like, all right, we'll do that one acoustic, and so we'll probably go at it like that.
It's probably also easier in a digital age now to work because I see you on socials and TikTok and is everything as well. And if somebody asks for you on like, hey, can we get this on acoustic?
Yeah,
Wouldn't be anything for you to give 30 minutes to bang it out and just deplete
right,
Yeah,
somebody
for
out for
sure.
acoustic,
right,
And that's a
right,
blessing in disguise too, to where sometimes it's a double-edged sword being on socials because some people aren't as gifted in the social department as I mean, you're regularly posting pretty much, and so you're chilling there, you're young, you know how to do it. But there's some people that just are not their forte and it really lacks on them and holds them back. But
for sure.
take it as a blessing. You've done well on socials. So
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's a something that somebody can never really become proficient at. I think social
can't
media is
learn
like
it.
a constant learning curve. Yeah, I mean it's hard to like break into that algorithm stuff, So yeah, constantly trying to learn about that. So
And that's
And
another thing is
yeah.
a musician's got to be wear so many hats.
yeah,
Even as a young guy like you've got all the energy in the world compared to some of the people before you that have done it. But there's so many more hats to fill. You've got to
yep,
be a merchandise guy. If there's nobody to sell merch for you after the shows, you've got to promote yourself, socials, everything like that. It's so many hats you have to wear that
for sure.
nobody else before of this time had to experience. So it's pretty crazy to see how people manage that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty tough, and I'm pretty thankful too for my manager. Her
Yeah.
name's Julie. It's called Smoke Show Entertainment. They have a lot of great artists on there too. If you guys go check them out.
Are
But
they
yeah,
based in Idaho?
no, I think so. Technically, they're based out of Nashville, but I think she lives in. I can't even remember where she lives now. I don't know why, but somewhere over there. um, but yeah, she does an amazing job. She really helps. She's been helping us out a ton and getting us a lot of opportunities that we probably wouldn't be able to ourselves. So really thankful to her. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Well, that's
Yeah.
good to hear. So this summer is kind of your rest of your band's last time in jail, being at
Yeah.
school.
Chill.
So, are y'all planning to hit this summer pretty hard, or y'all wanting to take a little bit back, get everybody some time, and then hit the fall real hard?
Yeah, I think we're gonna so actually we this might be like an unconventional way to go at it maybe, but so when I'm gonna travel a little bit this summer, we're gonna do a little bit of touring and it'll be just me. So we're gonna try to like because a lot of times a venue, if they don't know who you are, this is your first time going there, they won't pay you or they'll let you play for tips or something like that, and that's not enough
Mhm.
to get a band
Through the night.
back. So I'm gonna try to like struggle that out by myself first, and then we'll go back again with our full band, and hopefully, get the money that we think we should get.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, as soon as they realize like, oh, these people are legit and they're not just
doing this for
messing around, right? Like as soon as they realize that, I feel like we'll start to be able to bring the band out a little bit for sure. So
cool.
I
Yeah.
think we're going to
Awesome.
go at it like that. Yeah. But we'll still have a lot of local shows and stuff like that. We have a couple cool opening shows and a couple cool music festivals. We were going to play Highway 30 Music Fest, but it ended up getting canceled, due to some circumstances that just really, it sucks,
Mhm.
but I think it was the right thing for them to do, health wise and things like that. I think,
Yeah,
but, but yeah, we ended up picking up a couple cool shows with Lowdown Drifters and Sundance Head, and I think it'll be a couple cool shows during that week. And then we have an opening show for our county fair with Josh Turner, which is crazy.
yeah.
Like I've always
Yeah.
wanted to see him, so like being able to share the same stage as him is pretty crazy to me. But yeah,
Talk to a
just
lot of young cats on here, and it's so
Yeah.
funny to see like I'm not saying we have no right to say it's cool for us to go to a concert or anything like that, but for y'all to be able to go and sing with these people that y'all admire
yeah,
so much is such a beautiful thing because we
yeah,
have no talent in this at all, and for y'all to go experience that and something that y'all been chasing for, yeah,
100%.
it's
Yeah.
really beautiful
yeah.
to see.
Yeah, it's been a cool deal for sure. Oh, also I got to tell you a story too. Do you know Cooper Allen?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna hop on a show with him in September here in Idaho too. And like probably 5 or 6 years ago, we went to Nashville and we saw, or it was like right before he ended up blowing up, and we
Uh-huh.
saw him at like this small bar in Nashville, and like talked to him and everything. And that's before I started playing music, but it was just cool to see him like in those small bars. Now he's blown up, and hopefully we get to open that show for him, and kind of like a full circle kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
it's really cool. Yeah.
It's crazy, like especially like in the Texas scene. I don't know if Idaho's like that, but once you like find somebody that you don't know real well and you start to know them real well, you know how
Yeah.
else interconnected they are with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you'll find one drummer for one band and find out he's done work that you've listened to for 6 months previous
Yeah.
to finding this band. And it's
Right.
so interwebbed and locked with everybody knows everybody and it flows beautifully. And it's just there's a lot of full circle moments that we have in this
Yeah.
scene.
We just
Yeah.
had one recently and we're like, you played drums on this song that we've been listening to for years.
Yeah,
Like it's
and we went back.
insane.
We had our J.R. Carroll interview, and our buddy
Yeah.
did a live recording for that song, "Waiting" that
Um,
he has, and we were like, "We didn't know you were on that shit." And he's like, "Yeah, that was forever ago, but didn't remember that one. Thanks for bringing that one back up." And so it's really funny to see. But it's crazy how interconnected everybody is, and everything is full circle. So,
And everyone knows everyone just
and so
about.
as a preface of warning, you probably have already experienced this, but what comes around goes around in the music scene, and
yeah.
um, always have that. I'm not saying you don't do this and you might have never met you, but always be that guy that's always after the merch table. After I know you probably
Yeah.
already do that, but
Right.
always save face and you'll really go far. Because as soon as you make that connection with a kid, I'll say this, a
Yeah.
kid seeing you on stage and then coming to the merch table after you're
Oh
set for
yeah.
you
It's huge. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah. My whole band is really great at that. Like my drummer, even at our like small little bar shows, like we'll get done and my drummer will like give out his drumsticks to these kids and stuff like that. It's pretty
yeah,
cool to see that for sure. And I mean, just I feel pretty blessed to be around like a band like that too. That's just
Yeah.
super good with all
100%.
Y'all
the
push
people.
each other to be better people. Also, is
Right. Right, yeah. But J.R. Carroll, dude, um, I I didn't really know of him before I came to Oklahoma. Like I think I maybe heard like one song before that. But after that he like put out Hometown Hero, and like I
Yep.
listened to that song and I was hooked. And now
yeah.
I can't put it down. He's so good.
So I saw
Yeah.
him. You were talking about a very like intimate room. I saw him and Nolan Taylor back in 2022, 2023. I can't remember which year. Maybe in front of 35 people, bro.
2023.
Really,
It was you could hear a pin drop in between each song. They both
that's
co-headlined the tour. It
Yeah.
was a killer, bro. It was amazing.
so awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome to see. So yeah.
Even the last time when we saw JR in March, I mean, that show
Oh
even, it
yeah.
was
They was
kind of like a listening room type of
Mhm.
it
vibe.
was a barn from Kentucky in like the 1830s it was built. And then in like 1990s it was sold from Kentucky and then trucked down to Texas and thrown on a plot of land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not changed since. And it was very listening room-esque and beautiful, bro. It was cool.
Yeah, like you're sitting eating your meal listening to the artist sing.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's like
very
fish and like
it's
great
like
food.
fancy food.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
cool to see.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's awesome.
definitely listening. That's like another thing about Nashville. It's like if you're going to a listening room type of thing, it's like don't say a word. You just listen to the
Yeah.
music. And I think
Yeah.
that's very important too these days. People aren't listening to the actual music. They think any song's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just listen to the music.
Yeah, well, that's the tough thing too. Is like as an artist, you go to Nashville, and it's funny because the people don't realize. Like a lot of people don't realize like if they're good or not. Like you're just saying. Like there's a few guys there that I was like I don't know if you belong playing at this bar. Like really.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's funny because all the people, it doesn't matter because they're just there to have a good time and it doesn't matter. And Nashville's created such a big name that like if you're in Nashville, people automatically think you're like famous for some reason.
Or
But
think you're good.
yeah, yeah, right. But it's funny. It's really funny to me to see that sometimes. But hey, at least they're going at it, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so there's some
Following the
people that
dream.
are just famous on socials and
Yeah,
scared to hit the road.
yeah,
And some people don't put in their miles that way as well. So it's just
Mhm.
I mean, I think you're killing it on both fronts, playing shows, getting out there playing wherever the hell you can, and yeah, bro,
That's important.
it's important because if you don't have street cred, as the kids say, there ain't no credit at
yeah.
all. So
Well, that's a fact too, because like some of these guys that blow up and on TikTok and stuff and get big, they're then they have these guys that are like take a I don't know Aaron Watson or something for example, and then he has to go open up for like say I blew up on TikTok and I go play over there in Texas and he opens up for me. I feel like that's not fair. Like,
so
Yeah.
saying that, so
you know,
Ty Myers just played here, and Aaron
yeah,
Watson was the headliner, and I was like,
yeah,
people left before after Ty Myers was off,
yeah,
not
yeah,
knowing who Aaron Watson was, but Aaron Watson's been there doing his damn in the scene
yeah,
for 20 years. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
y'all, the lead, like he's been doing this longer than most of the people that were there for Ty Myers have been
Alive.
alive. And it's just crazy to see that people don't respect who was there before them that had
right,
put in the hard work, you know?
hmm
It's crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Uncle
But
Lucius, if you know who that is,
uh-huh,
was before Ty Myers. And
yeah.
they've been around longer than Ty's been around. So
Then Ty's been alive.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like I love Ty Myers' music, but there's a certain like respect that you gotta have for those guys that like put in the work, you know?
Yeah,
100%.
I'll always have that respect for sure.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else for us, Heath? Anything other
Yeah.
questions you got? Any other thing you want to plug?
Man, I don't know. Just go listen to my music on Spotify
Yeah.
and Apple Music, whatever.
Yes.
Also, check him out on all socials. Is it all at Heath Owens?
Yeah, Heath Owens music. Yep.
Heath Owens music.
Gotcha.
All right, cool.
Perfect.
But yeah, we'll probably. I don't know when we're gonna throw this up. You know what we've got going on in the back.
Yeah.
So
It should be a couple weeks or so.
yeah, we might take a couple week break and then throw this up. If you have any, you don't have any plans on music in a couple weeks, do you?
No, not really.
Okay.
Cool.
Nope.
Then we'll
Gotcha.
just throw it up on our random Wednesday here soon, and then we'll get this one out to you. And y'all are listening out to it now. So thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Heath, for giving us your time to come out and talk about what you do. And we appreciate you so much, brother.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah, we'll see you
100%.
soon.
We'll probably be in Oklahoma.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. You'll see you.
See ya.
Right on. See you guys.